What is happening? It's been a minute. It's been a minute. So I'm going to hop on here and just kind of fill you in on what's going on with training, life, off-season dieting. So as you guys knew before, I was cutting, getting ready for shows, which was going to be July 6th in Edmonton. Tore a tendon in my foot, which affected my calf, which tore a bit of my calf, and that was 6 weeks ago. I'm now on a bike, still haven't trained legs. I'm pretty much holding my weight. I was down to 209, pretty much stage ready, which was the lowest I've ever been in my life and probably the best I ever looked. And now I'm just holding to see what happens here for July. So I'm roughly between 209 to 214, fluctuating up and down. My calories, it's not like I'm dieting, but it's not like I'm kind of in a maintenance phase in a way that's just like, I got my calories set at 25, but I mean, they could go down to 21 some days, and some days are 26. It's just, I'm just holding. I want to see if I can get my legs back here soon. I'm going to start training legs this week again. I mean, it's going to be a while. I haven't done them. I mean, calves might still not be able to happen for a while. I don't know. So I'm kind of in this holding phase. I'm going to know more by the end of July and what I can do. Now, if my legs pop back and I can start training them again, I'm going to hold with my calories and still focus on a show for September if I can get my legs back. I might have to adjust calories, but it's going to just be the look, and I'm going to adjust from there, if that makes sense. I don't know if we'll be able to get the calves back and everything firing again. My legs are definitely not trained for 5 weeks. It's, I know if in my head they're gone, but it's not stage shit, right? So if I can't get them back and get ready for September, like I said, I'll know by the end of July. It's another 5 weeks away. I'm going to just head right into the off season and start prepping for next year and put sides on. And the other thing is my off season this year, I've already been planning it. Is it going to be like most of my other off seasons where I just go from a deficit to, in 3 weeks, 5,000 calories? I'm going to bring it up slow, try to keep everything really tight and just grow into it, if that makes sense. Still eat clean, still eat 5-6 meals a day, which I'm still doing. I don't know if I said this before. I know I said it on other social media things. I have had chicken. I haven't had chicken for 3 months. Even dieting, I was dieting with fish and beef. That's it. I will probably never have chicken in a prep or off season again. I find I know where my digestive issues and bloating comes from. Now, I've never felt better eating beef in my life, and I'm not going to throw chicken back in. That's me, okay? I'm not saying everybody needs to do this. I'm not saying just because I'm on here, chicken's bad and everybody needs to stop fucking eating it. I'm saying over the last 10 years, my off seasons were extremely bloated in them. And I get you're going to get that, but there was no relief. And I literally am eating 6 meals a day, 1 cream of rice, 3 to 4 beef and rice meals, eggs, and a shake with a banana, which I also count as a meal. That's it. And my waist is the same size. My stomach's flat. I'm not bloated. I'm not having digestive issues. And it's only from switching off chicken. So I will never go back. I'll eat chicken again. Somebody makes it or whatever, but I'm not going to use it as my number one protein source in food anymore. It's fucking gone like the wind. So that's kind of where we're at right now. We're going to train some shoulders today. Another thing that just happened, I mean, fuck you guys, I'm a Band-Aid. I got an infection in my head that's just going away. I still might look ridiculous. I'm trying to cover it up, but my head swelled. My hat is now 4 notches bigger than it was before. My forehead swelled out, held water. My temples, you could see the veins, they were out. I'm not going to take my hat off. But most of it's leaving the body now. I've been popping allergy meds like they're going out of style. But dude, there was water leaking out of my forehead and the top of my head. That's how swollen it was. Couldn't see the wrinkles in my forehead. My forehead was literally like you could grab it. And to this day, I mean, I was at the doctor's yesterday. There was a lot of pressure. My head was fucking going to explode. They think I might have got bit or some sort of weird allergic reaction to something. It is better now. Today's 10 times better. It's still pushed down now, so it's not so much up here, but the liquid is kind of sitting right in this crevice between my eyes. Like I can literally see it. But it's almost gone, so fuck it. We're going to train shoulders anyway. Between this calf injury and this shit, something's got to give, so you can't just sit back and... I mean, I didn't miss much training over the last couple of weeks with this leg, my calf injury. I kept it all upper body. Yeah, you can't do a lot because you're on crutches and fucking blah, 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 blah. But as you still find a way to do some movements for the upper body. So I want my training to get back to intense, and we're definitely going to start ramping it up in the next 2 weeks. Meaning legs are going to get trained, and my training's going to get back to where it should be again. Full motion, not having to miss things because I can't stand on legs and blah, blah, blah on my foot. You know, shit like that. So today will be one of those days. Hopefully we can push it. Hopefully I don't get too much pressure in my head. The reason I'm filming today is because it's the only day I have some time on my break. I'm training to do it. Or I wouldn't even be filming because my goddamn face. But it is what it is. So this is a little bit of a warm up. The other thing off season, I'm going to keep my cardio in full time. I know I should have always done it, but I kind of did it here and there because I was so focused on the weight that we're going to keep it in. I feel 100 times better again. This is another change I've made. I just, digestion again wise, just feel better wise. Cardio, I'm not doing it for any other reason, but it feels good. So we'll keep it in. Today we're going to just do 10. I'm going to hop off here right now, and we're going to get on the shoulders. But most of the time I'm doing 10 as a warm-up, hour of strength training, give or take 15, 20 minutes, and then back for more cardio at the end. But it's definitely going to be a priority this go around, especially in the off season. And we'll see what changes happen. I'm hoping to stay tight and just get big, you know. I want to try to keep my abs as much as I can, and just not get blown up. Normally I go 30, 40 pounds over stage weight. Hopefully I can still look like that and not carry as much body fat. Maybe, I don't know, but we're gonna see what happens this year. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be fun. So let's go do some shoulders. All right, let's get warmed up here. I'm a big fan of these towers for lateral raises. I normally like to warm up with them. I mean, it's always different, but lately I've had a real hankering to use these as my warm up, and then kind of get into some working sets later. These free weight ones are extremely humbling. The ones at the gym with a stack, I mean, I'm doing 150-pound lateral raises with them, no problem. Here, 20 pounds a side. Dumbbells I could throw around 55s. It's crazy. So it's a good burn. When it starts going into my traps, I'm very trap dominated. Like everything I do goes to my traps. It seems like when it comes to shoulder stuff, especially lateral movements, I'm very trap dominant. So as soon as I start to feel 1 or 2 reps going into the traps, I start shutting off at that point. I don't train my traps anymore. I mean, if I do, it's once every couple months. Like I said, I'm very trap dominant, so I'm trying to keep it in the laterals. My shoulders are pretty good. They're not a weak point on my body. Like, I think my legs and my arms are probably the 2 weakest points on me. I don't know what my fucking point is here, but yeah. So even if, I don't have to, I guess, worry about doing traps because I'm lucky that way. I think everybody's got a body part that doesn't need to be as worked as much because you're dominant in that specific area. I do believe that. I honestly do. And mine are my traps and shoulders. I do train my shoulders all the time, of course, every week. But if I didn't do them for 5 weeks, like I have my legs, it would not be noticeable. Unlike my legs. But I think anybody's legs too, when you don't train them for a while, I mean, you're on them all the time. I think I think that speaks for everybody, but I don't know. All right, let's do another set, and I'm going to put some straps on, and then we're going to go heavier. So, another thing, if you start feeling it in your scapula too, that's another reason to, cut her short. You don't want it to be dipping into that area as well. So once in a while, I'll feel it in my scapula. But it's just body parts trying to find a way to move that weight from point A to B as easy as possible, right? Without causing injury, and that's what your body does. So my job is to stop that and specifically isolate and not let other body parts engage. That's how everybody should kind of focus on it. Let's put some weight up. So up here in Canada, we've got Canada Day long weekend. Well, it's not a long weekend because it's not falling on a Monday, but we have Canada Day next Wednesday. So what I'm going to do is probably train from now till Wednesday morning straight without a break, which would be 8 days. And then I'm going to take, because I'm going to go up to my lake for Canada Day. So then I'm going to take Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. So I still get as much, all my training in the next 2 weeks, because I'm going to make up for it on the weekend. So I can get that break in. I mean, does it matter? No, in my head, I want to get my ass training. I've been really, with everything going on, I just don't feel good about. It's not that you're slacking, but I just, you know what I mean? It's just a mental thing when you're not doing things the way you should be doing. So I just don't want to miss more time than I've already missed. So I'm going to stay home this weekend instead of going up to the lake, and then bust up in a couple of days after this weekend coming, and stay up there for 4 days and enjoy that and make sure all my training's in. I stay on my meals up there no matter what. I get up there and I cook my beef, cook my rice, have it just like I would at home. Don't really stray too far off of shit. Like, I might have some popcorn here and there, and I don't drink, so I don't worry about that. So, but will I indulge if something like, will I have a steak night or do? Of course I will. Of course I will. It's not going to matter. I mean, I'm not 3 days from a show, so, so. All right, we got more weight, just doubled it. Ugh. Ugh. One more. Oh. See what I mean? Heavy. Feels heavy. Whew. I'm going to do one more of these. Probably going to do a back off. I call it back off, drop set, whatever the fuck you want to do with it. You're going to notice this year too, in my off season, you're going to see a lot more intensifiers involved. I used to just do one here and there in a session. Now I'm probably going to do them almost on every movement. You'll see a superset, a back off, a rest pause, whatever the fuck I decide to do. I really want to stimulate muscle growth this year. And I'm going to try to, not that my training was bad before, but I'm going to try to do more if anything, whatever it takes for that to happen. And if that's doing more intensifiers, that's more intensifiers. If that's slowing the movement down and dropping the weight from what I used to do, so be it. I mean, it's going to be all about how much pain, how much feel I can put into that muscle group to make change happen. And it's not always about how much weight you can move. It's definitely not about that. It's hard to say that, but it's all about stimulating that fucking muscle, right? And causing it as much discomfort as possible to grow. So let's take a little break. I'm going to grab some water, and then we'll finish one set and we'll do a back off with it. What does that say? Huh. All right. Let's finish this off. Last one. Last one. Uh, uh, oh man. Okay, let's back this off. I'm just gonna throw this over here. This gives me a little bit more rest, right? It's like cheating. Oh fuck, that's burning. Alright. Oh fuck. Oh. Fuck. Oh. Felt like I wasn't even moving that. Oh, that's good. That's a good burn. Okay. Take a break here. We're going to set up the next thing, which is... Oh, I'm dizzy. Which is getting worked in on my shoulder days more and more. It's a cable press. Instead of doing Smith and dumbbells, which I still do on other days. But I'm getting into this cable press more. It feels good. It feels like it hits everything, everywhere in the shoulder. Plus, you get that resistance and negative, which I like. I don't have to fucking stack on 225. You know, it's like 60 pounds a side. Smokes me on it. Maybe it's more. I don't fucking know anymore. But it's one thing I've been working in now with this leg. I've been doing different things. And I find, I've liked it the last couple of times. So anyway, I'll shut up. We're going to do that again. All right. How's that view? Is it all right? It's okay. Maybe I'll drop it a hair. Oh, see how I did that? Fucking so magical with that camera. So these are, I just need water. These are the seated presses I was talking about. Just a quarter cable rack. Oh. And it's just something that has been feeling really good. So I'm leaving it in. And then most of my training isn't done here, right? So I do, say, 90 to 85% of my training outside of here just to get out of my gym. It's work, right? It's just a work thing. So the gym I train at is very well stocked with, 12 shoulder press machine. Well, not 12, but I think they've got 4 different types of plate loaded shoulder press machines. 2 different towers. Of course, all the Smith stuff. What am I missing? Anyway, they've got all the fun toys for that sort of thing. Obviously, where I'm at, I don't need that shit in my gym. But normally, when I'm doing shoulder presses, it's on a Smith machine or one of those free weighted. I don't know, Nautilus. I guess I think they're Nautilus and Atlantis machines. What I'd never do and haven't done my whole life is dumbbell shoulder press. And it always, when I, would do it, would fuck my shoulders up. I have always had shoulder issues coming up, and every time I went back to dumbbell press, I would fuck them up. So I don't do it, and I never will go back to it. I haven't done it for fucking 10 years. You'll never see me do them. There's probably a video of me doing them somewhere, but it's 1 in a million shoulder days it'll happen. So that's one thing I don't do on shoulders. So some people think it's ridiculous. I mean, to each their own, right? You do what works for you, and will keep you in the gym the longest, right? Ugh. Ugh, fuck. Whew. You may ask what the difference is. You're like, well, you're doing cable press. It's like a dumbbell press. It's not even close. At least with these, you're getting the negative part. You're controlling it on the way down, and it's keeping you in line. Okay? Not saying that my form's not fucking perfect doing dumbbells, which it is. It's just something that affects my shoulders. I can't pinpoint it. I can't tell you if my fucking dumbbell's too far forward, too far back. It should be perfect. It just fucks the joint up. I feel nothing on these controlled movements, cable or machine. It does not affect me. Less impact, maybe? I don't know. But technically, you would think dumbbells, cable, single arm presses, kind of the same. Cables are harder, but no, they're not, man. They're not. Nothing's the same. That's the other thing. I have clients that will say to me sometimes, we'll do a front raise, let's say with a dumbbell, do a bunch of other shit, and then we'll do a barbell front raise down the road. And they're like, well, we already did that. No, you didn't. They're two, no matter what, the movement might be the same, but that bar, the dumbbell, the machine, the cable always changes it. It's always different. It is not the same. The movement's the same. The results are different. The pain is different. The feel is different. So keep that in mind, okay? Same with shoulder, any presses. I could do cable presses here. I could go to a fucking a plate-loaded press machine, and you'd be like, well, we already did that. Still different, okay? So it's important to know that, especially on shoulders when you're only limited to a front, a lateral, and a press. Yeah, of course, there's upright rows and shrugs, but I mean, some people will argue shrugs is for your back, and I always have trained my shoulders with shrugs, or shrugs with my shoulders when I've done shrugs. It's never on a back day, ever, 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 ever. I get that they're all attached. I know how the body works. Mine plays zero role into my back. Zero. I do not feel a fucking thing in my back when I do it. My lower traps, I don't feel. It's always mid to upper traps. That's it. That's all I get out of it. So that's why I work it with shoulders. All right, let's do this set again. Whoa. Oh, fuck. That one started to hurt my head. I was going like, fuck, I felt like I was going to pass out for a second. A lot of pressure in that press. Fuck, it feels like I got shot up with Botox, even though I've never had Botox before. And they did it wrong, and it's just floating around in my head, and I've got to push it. It's so stupid. So stupid. Can't wait for this to fuck off. Okay, I'm going to grab more water, grab some electrolytes. We're about halfway through. And then I'm going to drink it. And then we're going to do another set of these. And then we're going to fucking move on to something else. All right, I got my intro going. Very important, guys. Always use an intro. No matter if it's a carb source or just an electrolyte or a creatine with that, EA. Oh, it's important. Everybody's got their own concoction. Mine changes yearly depending on my training. I used to do a lot of carb drinks. They're fine. I find it's a sodium thing. Most of the time, I think you get more out of your workouts with sodium. The more sodium you have beforehand and during will still get you that pump. I don't think it's necessarily 100% a carb issue why you don't get pumps. I think it's a sodium issue. Carbs are great though for intra energy, that sort of thing. Pumps too. I mean, but I normally think most of the time it's people sodium. Saying that, we got specials happening on our supplement line. Buy 2 of anything, and we throw in EAA electrolyte with it mixture. Normally it's about 2 months worth. You get it free. We're just trying to blow out some product because we want to get some new flavors and shit like that in. So yeah, 2 jugs of protein is about $120 here, and then you also get a EAA electrolyte mixture with that. So I mean, you can buy collagen and fucking greens and joint support and creatine and whatever else shit we pre-workouts too instead if you want, but skip the collagen. It's fucking garbage. Yeah, I said that. It's garbage. All right, last one. Yep. Oh, fuck. Okay, we're going to back her off a bit. We're going to go real light. My goal on back offs is always, our drops, whatever you want to fucking call them, are always at least 6 on the second half, okay? Oh, that's good. Real good. So that's 2 intensifiers, both back offs. We did. We're going to set up the next thing. We're going to do some reverse flies on the fly machine, facing in to hit those rear delts. Again, it's something you got to walk a fine line with the traps. This one, your traps will want to engage with. So I find if I go heavy, it's a little bit of rear delt, and I'd say 40% rear delt and 60% mid-lower traps. So I try to keep it where it needs to be so I feel it where I should feel it, right? So let's set her up. All right, so we've got the chest fly machine set up, so we're going to reverse it on here. I find people don't do enough rear delts. I think if you really want those rounded shoulders, you've got to focus on the rear just as much as you do the front and the side. I've definitely have made it more of a priority than I ever have in the past. So I'll always throw it in on a lateral, like when I'm focusing on a lateral shoulder day like I am today. You'll see that there'll always be some rear delts in there with it. And I mean, really focusing on it has changed my shoulders dramatically, especially from the back. It's made my back look fucking amazing. You know, just the lines when the arms are up and how the shoulders cut in. It really intensifies the lats, if that makes sense. Just the look of it. So don't shy away from it, okay? Don't mind the squeaking. Does this for some reason when I'm going backwards. Ugh. 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 I'm gonna take that weight up a bit. Add some more to this bad boy. Alrighty. I'm gonna do this again. I added 20 pounds to this guy. Should be right where I need it to be. Oh, it's good. Shoulders are fucking on fire right now. On the fire. Oh, rear delts are fucking especially on fire, and I've only done one set. Ooh. 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 Oh. Oh. Oh, shit. What in the fuck is happening here? Did I get that weak? Oh. Yeah, I got that weak. Wow. Normally I can throw this weight around like nothing. Now I'm a big pussy. Ooh, that's good. That's okay. Let's have some water. I'm going to take a couple minutes actually. See if I can get rested enough to bust out a couple more reps. Okay. Let's finish this shit off. Last one. Let's see if I can be a little less pussy-like. Which I doubt. Then we got one more thing to do, which is a superset. Which is face pull superset with seated lateral raises, dumbbells, to polish him off. Woohoo! Oh, fuck me. I had to cut her off. Everything was going to my neck. Let's have it too heavy. Whatever. Those are done. Just keep in mind, you guys, when it starts to go to other places, it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing anymore. Whew. All right, those are done. Take a break, get on the last shit, and get her out of here. Okay, with my great filming technique, I don't know what word to use for that. We're going to do a superset. So I'm going to start with some face pulls, and then I'm going to superset them with some dumbbell lateral raises, and hopefully you'll be able to see things decently enough. I don't know. So let's start on this guy. I just smoked the fucking... Still good. See my face? So much better. So much better. I don't know if that helps, but I can see this lump right here with my eyes still. Pretty sure I got elephantitis. I think that's big dink thing. Yeah, I definitely don't. I have something different than that. We should edit that part out. All right, face pulls. That's gonna. That weight's gonna go up. I don't want to do that many reps. All right. To these guys. Fuck. There we go. That felt good. Oh, fuck. That felt real good. Ooh. This side's going to go up. That side's going to stay the same. Okay? Oh, man. Dizzy. Dizzy. Where's my liquid? All right. Let's take a break here. All right. Oh, I didn't take this up. I have a client popping in the next 10 minutes to buy some product. So if I have to cut short and cut it off and run to the door, you know why. But I guess he needs it today, which is fine. I see him in the morning tomorrow, so it must be urgent. Normally my clients just wait till they come in and grab it, but whatever. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's do this again. 20 pounds heavier on here. Oh. Oh yeah. Oh good. I'm gonna take that up again. Still don't want to be doing that many reps. Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah, that's great. That's real good. Real good. Holy shit balls. I'm dizzy. Get lightheaded. It's this fucking pressure. All right. Let's take a break. Again, I'm going to bump this up for the last set and finish her off. I mean, that's, we did an intensifier with every movement today. And this one's a really gnarly way to finish off with a superset. A lot of people like to finish with feeling kind of movements in a way. Like I used to do that for chest, let's say. I'd fucking go crazy, and then the last movement, I would do like a seated squeeze, intensifying kind of set, not as heavy. This is a superset, 3 sets on a superset to finish. It's a great way to get that same feeling, probably a little more painful. It's my cuckoo clock. But to do every, we did 4 movements today, and every one of them had had an intensifier. I'm not going to say all my training for every body part's going to be intensifiers with every set, but you're definitely going to see a lot more intensifiers this off season, and maybe even going into if we go into prep or start focusing on September again. We'll probably keep him in there for most of it, for most of the cut. The key is to stay healthy. That's number 1. And to get my health back. Number 2. Get this fucking leg fixed so it's never have to deal with that again. And this will just take time. I mean, this isn't bad now, but it's just, that's the focus, is get that foot back. So, you know what? Fuck, let's just do this last set. That was a good enough rest. Okay, another 20 up, so face pulls 120. Oh yeah. Fuck. All right. Oh. Oh fuck. Oh. Well, it was great. Fucking awesome. That was a good shoulder workout. I'm sweating like a banshee. I probably can't say that. Shit. Anywho. Oh. That's it for shoulders at Rhinos. You've been up to date. You are now up to date with this pathetic story. Oh. Most the videos we'll be doing will be taking place in Rhinos. I find I do not like trying to shoot videos in public gyms. I feel like a total fucking idiot. I know I've said that 100 times, but I always have good intentions. I get in there and I check it out. So, or I start and people stare at me and they're thinking, well, yeah. Anyway, it's a wrap. See you on the next one.